Fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody which doesn't infringe copyright under 17u.s.c 107.
We gon' do it for the land without a blemish. Looks right, beats. He is the land without blemish. Wicked shepherds pretend to be Yahoo follow. Best repent and then ready to follow tomorrow. Cash your care cause he knows your wants and your sorrows. Read the word and speak the word.
Let me finish this up. Nah, read what you got. Ezekiel 34:2. Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Do what up? Prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. No, go prophesy against the so-called white man. No, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, bro. Prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord, power unto the shepherds. Woe be to the shepherds of Israel. Woe be to the shepherds of Israel, man. That meaning destruction, man. All right? Remember, they're going to be part of that lake.
Now these three angels, which is said whoa, 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 represents World War I, World War II, and World War III. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power. That's talking about the dog fighters during the period of World War II.
All this, with you out of context with that, okay?
Like I said, these locusts represent dog fighters, which are those planes, those fighter planes that they had back in World War II. And you got to understand, not too long before that, the Wright brothers, they invented, the plane to actually fly, because it took a number of years and tries for them to actually get up into the air and fly. So you had to be a fearless dude to go up into them planes, because those planes weren't highly technical. Now, when you read the history about the individual I'm talking about is the Red Baron. He fought for the Germans, and this guy took down a lot of planes of the dogfighters of France and of the U.S. because the U.S. didn't get into that war until the last 9 months. So the war was 5 years.
World War I lasted from August 1st, 1914 to November 11th, 1918. 4 years and 3 months.
About 5 years. The U.S. didn't get into that war until the last 9 months of the war.
The U.S. was involved in World War I for 1 year, 7 months, and 5 days.
So it really wasn't a world war. It was a world war because you had France, you had Germany, you had Italy. I got it if I remember the history correctly. So those locusts are referring to those dog fighters, and it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of the Most High in their foreheads.
The German military comes full circle, targeting only civilians in these raids to pound them into submission and break the will of the British people to fight on.
Zahar's breakdown of Revelation chapter 9 and verse 4 is simply wrong. It has been well documented that the planes used in World War I dropped bombs. The Germans dropped many bombs over London throughout 1914 through 1918. To say that this didn't hurt the grass or the trees is a lie.
They said that their torment was as the torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man. That's that gun behind you have the cockpit, where you have the primitive cockpit, I would say, where you have the guy shooting the gun, the Tommy gun they called it.
The Thompson machine gun, also known as the Tommy gun, wasn't invented until 1918, post-World War I. The Albatros C-1 was the first German two-seater to have a machine gun attached to the rear. This was introduced in 1915. So if these planes are the locus of Revelation 9, why did they show up a year late?
Another name that they gave it was Satan's paintbrush. Okay, I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read the 6th verse now. It says, "In those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them." And there was a lot of those guys that got their faces blown off, legs and their arms blown off, had nervous conditions, and the Most High made them. The Most High made them live that way. The 7th verse. "And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses, prepared unto battle." So now you get a picture. It says the shape of the locusts were like unto horses, prepared unto battle, because these fighter planes were made out of metal, and on their heads were as it were crowns like gold. When you check out the old films of the German army in World War I, they had those shiny helmets. Some of them were silver, and the higher ranks, they were gold. And their faces was as the faces of men, because it was men that operated those planes. And they had hair as the hair of women. Those same gold and silver helmets, you had on the top of it, you had this black, which looked like a woman's hair.
The helmets that are being described are Prussian style. These were used as parade suits, not for the Air Force or any infantry brigade. The people in this video are the Royal Guards of Sweden. Sweden remained neutral during World War I. This is clearly another false breakdown that Tahar's giving.